is we are going to do, so if you have an estimation, so they're saying estimate using compatible numbers. 22 is close and 4/5 is close to what number? It's about 23. 6 and 1/4 is comparable to about 6. And then we just use an estimate. 23 does not evenly go into 6, but it goes into evenly if it was a 24. So the estimate is about 4. Now to do your division, you are going to do 22 and 4/5 divided by 6 and 1/4. We have to change it to an improper fraction, and then you're going to get your improper fraction, and then you're going to change it to a multiplication. You're going to change this improper fraction, flip it, and then simplify and see if you got close to 4. It's not going to be exactly 4. You're just trying to come close to 4. Now for estimating, if it's under a half, you're going to go lower, and if it's a half and over, you're going to go higher. So 3/4, you would go higher. 7/8, you would go higher. 1/3, you're going to go lower. 7/8, you're going to go higher, higher. And how I know is that 5 is about half of 9. It's not completely, almost. So actually, I'd probably go lower. 5, 9, oh yeah, no, I'd go higher. 4.5 is half of 9, so I'd go higher. Does that make sense?
Wait, 4.5 is higher, wait.
So the halfway point of 10 is 5, and so that's how I just look at it and make a good assumption. 7/12, 6/12 is half of 12, so 7/12 should go higher. 3/8 is lower, 2/9 is lower, 1/6 is lower, right? Make sense to you?
Wait, so if it's lower than...
If the numerator is less than half of the denominator, you're going to go lower.
Oh, okay.
So more than 1/2 or 1/2, you're going to estimate higher. And then if it's less than, and you'll be able to tell because the numerator will be less than half of the denominator. So suppose you had a numerator of 3 and a denominator of 8. Half of 8 is 4/8. So this would be lower. If you were rounding 5/8, it's 4/8 is the halfway point, right? So this you would round higher. So it's just an easy hack to do it.
Why are we rounding again?
Because you're estimating. You have to estimate first. So you're going to say, is this going to be a 3 or is this going to be a 4?
And if it's higher, then how high do I go?
What do you mean, how high?
Like, if for 5/5, that's higher than, or 5/8, that's higher than the halfway point. What am I rounding it to?
So like for this one, 3 and 7/8, you're going to round this to a 4 because 7/8 is almost a whole. So this 3 is going to become a 4 divided by 0, but actually by 1, sorry. Because 5/9 is almost, it's more than half. Yeah. And then you have to figure it out. You have to figure out what the actual answer is and see if your estimate was close. Do you want me to just do one for you?
Yeah.
Okay, so 22 and 4/5 divided by 6 and 1/4. So we're going to change this to an improper fraction. So 22 times 5 is 110 plus 4 is 114 over 5.
I can't see it.
There we go.
Okay, there.
And then now I'm going to do my cross cancellation. And then I don't know whether 114 goes into 4, but I definitely know it goes into 2, right? Because it's an even number. So it does not go into 4. It does go into 2. So 114 divided by 2 is 57. So this turns into a 57 and this turns into a 2. And now we do 57 times 5 is 285 over 2. And then I change it to an improper, I change my improper to it's 142 and 1/2. And what was my, oh, it is not. I am so sorry. I was thinking this is not turning out right. So this is 25/4, but I have to flip it. 4/25. Does that make sense? Because
Yeah.
I have to flip it. Okay. So we're going to do 114 times 4 is 456. And then 25 times 5 is 125. So I'm going to take this and divide it by 125. It's going to be 3.648. I actually have to change this into a fraction. So 3 times 125 is 375. So it's 3 and 81 125ths. And then I say, what was my estimate? My estimate was 4. So is that a good estimate? Yes. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
Okay. And then for these ones, you have to do this problem, figure out what the answer is, do this problem, figure out what the answer is, and then estimate. You estimate it first, and then you do more than, less than, or greater. Sorry, more than, less than, or equal to. Okay.
Sorry, what page is this one?
103.
Okay, so I do 1, 3, 5, 7, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
Yeah, we did 1 already, so change the 1 to doing 2 instead.
Okay.
And then, does this make sense to you, though? It's kind of a few steps. So the first thing is you have to estimate. 21 divided by 3 is about 7. So this is going to be a 7. And then 35 divided by about 4. So 36 divided by 4. And then you're going to say, I believe that 7 is less than 9. And then you're actually going to figure it out and see if that's correct. So it's more of the same for page 105. You don't have to figure it out. They just want you to estimate. So you're going to do, what is 15 divided by 1/2? What is 22 divided by 2? So the answer is just going to be about 7, about 11. So this page is easy. So you can do numbers 4, 5, 6, 10, and 11. That should be pretty easy for you. And then if you, yeah, we'll keep it at that. But the good thing is that most of the chapter now is dividing fractions. So I think you're going to be good to go. We will do a different type. So for this, you're going to use a model to do it. But we'll do that. I'll show you that later. I don't teach it that way, but we'll just so you know how to do it, because why would I teach it that way when the easiest way is just to do the division? It's pretty easy to do, but I will show you how to do it.